Hello dear students, how are you? I am fine. How is going your studies and your homeworks? Do your homework properly, okay? Each day you should study. Therefore only you get high marks in your public exam. So remember that, okay? Okay, let's come our topic. In previous class we learned about especially biotechnology. What is biotechnology? The method of biotechnology, then bioreactor, fermentation. These are we learned. Now I give some recollect point. After then I start my new topic. Okay. Okay. Carl Kirky only introduced the term of biotechnology. The term biotechnology was coined by Carl Kirky, a Hungarian engineer in 1990. Okay, don't forget it. It's very important one word. The term of biotechnology was coined by Carl Kirky. Okay. Then two type of biotechnology is there. One is conventional and another one is traditional biotechnology. According to this name, we can understand this definition. What is this? It's a old and ancient method. Okay. For the example, preparation of curd, ghee, like that. Then next one is modern biotechnology. Modern biotechnology is a very new method and modernization method. Okay. Here the major focus of biotechnology: fermentation, biomass enzyme, biofuels, microbial inoculants, plants and animal cell culture, recombinant cell technology, process engineer. These are very important things in modern biotechnology. Then the biotechnology have a fermentation. So fermentation should contain bioreactor. Bioreactor is nothing but it's a vessel-like structure. Okay. In our kitchen, each cook items have different types of vessels. You know that. So similarly, here also, this bioreactor is selected depend upon the product. Here, two processes there. One is outstream process, then second one is downstream process. Before the fermentation, all process is called upstream process. After the fermentation, all process is called downstream process. Then procedure of fermentation. First of all, we should select the good bioreactor depend upon the product. Then select the suitable substrate. After then add the organism. Then keep the incubator. After then downstream process. So these are the procedure of fermentation. Then application of fermentation, microbial biomass production. Then in microbial biomass production, microbial cells like algae, bacteria, yeast, fungi are grown, drained and used of source. The biotechnology is very important things because of in modernization world, biotechnology is very used things. Okay, without biotechnology, so many confuses them. For the example, BT cotton, already I said. Then PT brinjal. These are one of the biotechnological process. Okay. Then what we learn, the genetic engineering. What is the genetic engineering? Collect the particular gene from one organism. By the help of vector, this gene introduce the other organism. That is a genetic engineering. Through genetic engineering, we create the new organism. What is that? I already said insulin. Okay. First of all, we take the gene that is have the characteristics of secrete the insulin. That gene introduce the bacteria E. coli. After then, these bacteria can secrete the insulin. These are the genetic engineering product. Okay. By the help of genetic engineering, we make a lot of medicines. Okay. Then what we learn? The method of genetic engineering. In last class, we learned lot of method in genetic engineering. That is one is blotting method, southern blotting, then northern blotting, then western blotting. These are the very important things, and also these followed by army and police department because of By the help of this method, we know the mass of production. Okay, so large amount of production we can create, we can know that. Therefore, only in army department and police department followed by plotting method. Then these three type of plotting have a differentiate between them. First one is southern plot. Southern plot is can help to transfer the DNA. Then the northern plot is can help the transfer the RNA. Then the western plot is can help to transfer the protein. Three things very difference between them. Then what we learn? Some transgenic plants. In this class we going to see about transgenic plants. Okay. Herbicide tolerate glyphosate. Okay, these are the one of the product by the help of genetic engineering. Already we learn what is genetic engineering. First of all, we selected one sequence of gene from one organism. Then after these sequence of gene, by the help of vector, introduce the other organism. After then, we allow the multiplication. After then, we get the benefit from that organism. These are the genetic engineering. These are the help of genetic engineering. Here, herbicide tolerate glyphosate. Okay, weeds are a constant problem in crop field. Weeds is nothing but it's a unwanted plant. Okay, in agriculture field, we are grow a lot of plants. In that field, some unwanted plants also grow. That is called weed. Okay, these weed are the constant problem in crop field. Transgenic plants contain a novel DNA introduced in the genome. By the help of genetic engineering, the plant have the tolerant capacity to against the herbicide. So this is a very one of the important uses of genetic engineering. Glyphosate herbicide produced by Monsanto USA company under the trade name Roundup. So kills plants by blocking the 5-enobridate schemate 3,4-phosphate synthetase enzyme. These enzyme only help to tolerate the weeds. Okay. Then if left uncontrolled, weeds can reduce crop yield significantly. Why this weed grow will be controlled means suppose we are uncontrolled the weed means definitely it will reduce the crop yield significantly. Therefore only the weed are the constant problem in a crop field. So by the help of genetic engineering, we tolerate this like problems in the agriculture field. So the genetic engineering is a modern technology. This modern technology is help to the agriculture. Okay. Look at this picture carefully. This is a glyphosate herbicide. Okay. Product by the Monsanto USA company. This American name is Roundup. Underline that word. This American name is Roundup. So glyphosate herbicide American name is Roundup. Okay. Then there are several ways by which crops can be modified to be glyphosate tolerant. This is help to against the weed. So it is a help to increase the crop yield. Then another way is to incorporate a different soil bacterium gene that produce a glyphosate degrading enzyme. Then one strategy is to incorporate a soil bacterium gene that produce the glyphosate tolerant form of EPS-PS. So these help to like manner. First of all, protocol for glyphosate tolerant potato plant. First introduce the BOR gene. What is meant by BOR gene? That is a wanted sequence gene, that is called BOR gene. By the help of vector. After then, cell culture of potato with BOR gene. After then, we allow to multiplication of the some particular gene. That is a cell culture. Okay. Then herbicide tolerate potato cells. It will be grow. After then, in vitro culture. Vitro culture is nothing but this culture take place inside the plant. That is called vitro culture. Then callus organism. Callus is nothing but it's groups of cells. Then development of herbicide tolerant transgenic plants will be grow. By the help of genetic engineering, this plant against to fight the weed. Okay. Then advantage of herbicide tolerant crops. In human beings' mentality is each things can expect the advantage or benefit only. So here this herbicide also have lot of advantage. Now we are going to see about that. First of all, weed control improvement, higher crops yield. Already we learn. Suppose weed is grow lot means definitely crops of yield will be decreased. So here weed control improves and higher crops yields. Then second, reduce spray of herbicide. We are spray the some chemical fertilization, that is reducing. Then reduce the competition. What is competition? Competition between crop plant and weed plant. Already I said weed is nothing but unwanted plant. Okay. Suppose in our field we try to grow the particular plant. So we definitely expect some benefit from that. At the time, this weed creates some competition with the crop field. So this is create the decrease yield. Okay. So the herbicide by the help of genetic engineering can help to reduce the competition. Then second one is use of low toxicity compound. Low toxicity means if you use in your agriculture field the chemical fertilization means lot of toxicity compound. But through this way use low toxicity compounds. Then last one is the ability to conserve soil structure and microbes. The conservation of soil structure and microbes is ability. So by the help of genetic engineering, the ability to conserve soil structure and microbes. So microbes and soil structure also very help to do our agriculture activities. So by the help of herbicide tolerate, this is one of the uses of herbicide tolerate crops. Okay. Now herbicide tolerate pasta. This trade name is pasta. This pasta refer to a non-selective herbicide containing the chemical compound fosphinotricin. Again I said fosphinotricin. Okay, you try to say this name, fosphinotricin. Okay, you again and again try to say this name. That only you can remember this name. Okay, fosphinotricin. This pasta herbicide tolerant gene PPT was isolated from Medica sativa and Streptomyces hygrospecius plant. Okay, this is a normal plant, normal gene only. It isolated from the Medica sativa plant. Okay, and also Streptomyces hygrospecius with a BOR gene encodes for PAT and was introduced into crop plants like potato and sugar beet, and transgenic crops have been developed. Here only one help. Now normal plant means that normal plant have a normal gene. This normal gene not have the vigorously against to fight other virus or other disease. So now we do one thing. This normal plant can get the vigorous gene from other organism. This is a genetic engineering improvement. Okay. So by the help of genetic engineering, some plants have the specific genes. It will get the strength to fight with against other virus or bacteria diseases. Okay. So by the help of this way, we can get the more benefit from our agriculture field like normal field. Okay. So here the pasta is a selected. Pasta is isolated from the Medica sativa and Streptomyces species. Okay. So by the help of this gene, introduce the tobacco, potato and sugar beet. So these plants have get the some strength to fight with against the other bad virus or bacteria disease. So by the help of this can get more profit from our field. Okay. Insect resistance BT crops. Okay. Here BT refer to biotechnology. In previous class I said lot of time BT cotton, then BT brinjal. I said lot of time. Okay. Normally this cotton will be affect easily from the all insect. Therefore the crop yield will be decrease. So here by the help of biotechnology, this cotton can get the strength to fight against these insect. So crop yield also increase. So here this projects not will outside, this projects will come the inside the plant by the help of biotechnology. Okay, but nowadays somebody said BT brinjal is not for our health because this brinjal plant have some resistance against to insect, that is some gene. So that like gene similar to not affect our human beings also. So BT brinjal is not good for our health. Therefore, if you buy the brinjal, you should like insect affected brinjal only, because that is only good for your health. Somebody said, but I don't know it's a true or false. But here, by the help of biotechnology, brinjal, cotton, and some other plants, or give the increase the yield. So here it's a very benefit for us by the help of biotechnology. First of all, BT cotton. BT cotton is a genetically modified organism or genetically modified pest resistant plant cotton variety which produce an insecticides activity to bollworm. Okay. So here the Bacillus thuringiensis produce over 200 different PT toxins. So these genes taken from the Bacillus thuringiensis, underline that word, Bacillus thuringiensis. Strains of the bacterium Bacillus thuringiensis produce over 200 different PT toxins, each harmful to different insect. Most PT toxins are insecticidal to the larvae of moths and butterflies, beetles, cotton bollworms and cuttlefiles, but are harmless to other form of life. Only this PT toxins affect to the larvae stage of insect only, but other form of the life not affected. Okay. Then next one is here BT brinjal. BT brinjal is another transgenic brinjal created by inserting a crystal protein gene. Underline that word. Crystal protein gene. Okay, shortly CRY1AC. It's a shortly form of crystal protein gene. But underline that word, crystal protein gene. BT brinjal is another transgenic brinjal created by inserting a crystal protein gene. This crystal protein gene is isolated from the soil bacterium of Bacillus thuringiensis. So this PT dox is also isolated from the Bacillus thuringiensis. Okay, so underline that word. But here the gene name is crystal protein gene. Okay, don't confuse yourself. The BT cotton as well as BT brinjal genetic toxins isolated from the Bacillus thuringiensis, but the BT brinjal's gene is crystal protein gene. That gene is isolated from Bacillus thuringiensis. This bacterium is a soil bacterium. Okay. Then the insertion of gene along with other genetic elements such as promoters, terminators and the antibiotic resistance marker gene into the brinjal plant is accomplished using agrobacterium mediated genetic transformation. So here crystal protein gene is a gene sequence taken from the Bacillus thuringiensis, but the vehicles, that is a vector, is a Actobacterium mediator. Okay. Then the BT brinjal has been developed to give resistance against some insect. So that is one of the help. That insect name is Lepidopteron. That insect name is Lepidopteron. Okay. In particular, the brinjal fruit and shoot borer. So here, by the help of biotechnology, BT brinjal to give the high yield. Okay. Normally, cotton and brinjal also get a lot of effect with insect. So by the help of BT, by the help of biotechnology, this bad things will be changed. Okay. Then next one is Dara mustard hybrid, shortly DMH11. Okay. DMH11. This DMH11 is transgenic mustard developed by a team of scientists Center for Genetic Manipulation of Crop Plants at Delhi University under government sponsor project. This is given the sponsor of government. Okay, it is a genetically modified variety of herbicide tolerant mustard. It was created by using Barnostor technology for genetic modification by adding genes from soil bacterium that makes mustard. So here DMH11 contains 3 genes. First one is spore gene, second one is Barnos, third one is Bostas. These are the 3 genes. First of all, the BT cotton, that 200 BT toxis genes is taken from the Bacillus thuringiensis. Then the brinjal have a crystal protein gene isolated from the soil bacterium of Bacillus thuringiensis. There, Actobacterium is a mediator like vectors. But here, what is that? Here, these are 3 genes. One is a bar gene, another one is Barnos, then Barstar. 3 genes inserted to the mustard hybrid plant. Okay. By the help of these 3 genes, this mustard hybrid plant have get the resistance against some other insect. Okay, can you understand this point? Now, advantage and disadvantage of BT cotton. First of all, advantage. Yield of cotton is increased due to effect control of bookworm. Okay, so here the effect of some insect is controlled. Therefore, yield of cotton is increased. So it's one of the benefit of BT cotton. Then second one is reduction in insecticide use the cultivation of BT cotton. So here BT cotton is help to reduce the insecticides usage. So BT cotton also have there some resistance to against the some particular insect. Therefore, it will be reduced in uses of insecticides. Okay. Then third one is potential reduction in the cost of cultivation. So here BT cotton also have some resistance. So we are not using the some chemical fertilization. So they will help to potential reduction. Okay. Then disadvantage. What are the disadvantage? Here advantage is only 3 point, but disadvantage is a 4 point. So you compare it. Okay. Then cost of BT cotton seed is high. BT cotton should reduce the insecticide usage. It will be help to low potential, but the seed of BT cotton is high. So it will be equal, I think. Then effectiveness up to 120 days. After that efficiency is reduction. So effective 120 days after only this BT cotton live effectively. Okay. Then ineffective against sucking pest like jassid, apid and whittlefly. So these are ineffective against some insect. So it's a really one of the drawback because only BT cotton introduced only against to insecticide only. But the other way not using means that is one of the drawback. Then last one is effect pollinating insect and thus yield. In pollination side, some insect only can do the help for pollination. You know very well about pollination. Pollination is nothing but it's one of the process of reproductive things. Okay, so here some insect have helped to pollination. So here BT cotton affect the pollinating insect. So it will be damage the some yield. BT cotton introduced the motto is increase the yield, but here decrease the yield by the effect of pollinating insect. So these are the advantage and disadvantage. In our world, each things have advantage and disadvantage. For example, in our class, some students have good characters but not study well. So these are the advantage and disadvantage. Each things have both are okay. So here also BT cotton also have some advantage as well as disadvantage. Okay. Already I thought about BT brinjal. Insert a crystal protein gene, shortly CRY1AC. This is a short form of crystal protein gene. It will be taken from the soil bacterium of Bacillus thuringiensis. The BT brinjal has been developed to give resistance against the Lepidopteran insect. Okay, these BT brinjal can get the resistance against the Lepidopteran insect. So these BT plants only one motto is get resistance against to the some insect. So here BT brinjal also have like that only. But somebody said BT brinjal is not good for our health, and in cotton also have get the same complaint. If you wear the BT cotton dress means some irritation you can feel in your body. So these are disadvantage of the biotechnology, but it's definitely it's used in our day-to-day life. Okay, here the BT brinjal has been developed to help resistance against Lepidopteran insect. So by the help of biotechnology, brinjal can grow well and good and give high yield also. Okay. Tara mustard hybrid, shortly DMH. DMH11 is transgenic mustard developed by the team of scientists at the Center for Genetic Manipulation of Crop Plants, Delhi University under government sponsored projects. So this is contain 3 genes. One is bar gene, another one is Bornus, third one is Burstar. Okay, again you said bar gene, Bornus and Burstar. These are the 3 genes of a mustard hybrid plant. Okay, the mustard hybrid plant is a transgenic mustard plant. By the help of biotechnology, it will be give a large yield to us. Okay, it is a genetically modified variety of hybrids tolerant mustards. It was created by using Bornus and Burstar technology for genetic modification by adding genes from soil bacterium that makes mustard. So these genes also isolated from the soil bacterium. Okay, then by the help of these genes, mustard hybrid plant can get the resistance to against the some insect. So it will be help to give large yield. So it will be definitely help to us. Okay. Till now we learn about the resistance against the weed, resistance against the insect, but now we learn about resistance against the virus. Okay, look at this picture carefully. This is a papaya, and look at this picture carefully. How is it? It's the effect of the virus. So you should not like this fruits. So therefore only virus resistance is very need in the agriculture field. Biotechnological inversion is used to introduce the viral resistance genes into the ghost plant so that they can resist that attack by virus. The plant also have the resistance to attack with the virus. Okay, this is by introducing genes that produce resistance enzyme which can deactive viral DNA. This resistance how would play means, first of all, this gene reactivate the viral DNA. Through this way only, this plant can get the resistance against the virus. Okay, then by the help of virus resistance plant will give the more benefit to us. So definitely it also very helpful to us. Look at this picture carefully. This is a flavor sour tomato. Here tomato easily affected with any insect or virus bacteria like that. So therefore here also introduce the biotechnology is very important. There is not avoid that. So here the Agrobacterium mediated genetic engineering techniques was followed to produce flavor sour tomato, retaining the natural color and flavor of tomato. Here first of all retain, already I said tomato easily affected to any other things, natural things or other organisms easily affected. So by the help of biotechnology retain the natural color and the flavor of tomato. Okay, first of all by the help, what is the uses of the biotechnology in tomato means, first of all retain the natural color. Okay, if suppose tomato will be affect any other natural things or other organism means, first of all degrade the natural color. So here should need to retain the natural color and then flavor also. Okay, so this is the best help to the biotechnology. Agrobacterium mediated genetic engineering techniques was followed to produce flavor saver tomato, and the tomato was made more resistant to rooting by Agrobacterium mediator. Here the vector is a Agrobacterium. The vector is a Agrobacterium. Though genetic engineering, the ripening process of the tomato is slowed down and thus prevent it from softening and to increase the shelf life. Okay, so avoid these structure only biotechnology introduced in the tomato. So here it's the use of the retain the natural color and flavor of tomato. Okay, look at this picture carefully. Normally rice is white in color, but here rice is golden color. Okay, that is a golden rice. It's a biofortification. What is the uses of golden rice? Because here also similarly high yield. Okay, so each and every word human beings expect the benefit only. Okay, so in golden rice also give lot of benefit to us. Therefore only scientists introduce the biotechnology in the rice. It is a golden rice. Okay, golden rice is a variety of Oryza sativa. So underline that word. That is a scientific name of the normal rice. Okay, Oryza sativa. Produced through genetic engineering of biosynthesis beta carotene, a precursor of vitamin A, in the edible pot of rice developed by Ingo Potkius and his group. The aim is to produce a fortified food to be grown and consumed in area with a shortage of dietary vitamin A. Normally in normal rice not have the vitamin A or carotene, but here the golden rice have the carotene content. By the help of carotene content, golden rice can control the childhood blindness, xerophthalmia. Okay, so if you consume the golden rice, you should be avoid the childhood blindness, that is name is xerophthalmia. Then this has been done using recombinant DNA technology. So here have the 3 genes. What is that? We are going to see about that. These are the 3 genes of golden rice. First one is PSY. PSY is nothing but cytoin synthase. Cytoin synthase. It is taken from the Norseus pseudonorseus plant. Okay. Then second one is CRT1 gene. CRT1 gene taken from the soil bacterium of Yervina aridorona. Yervina aridorona. So then next LYC. This LYC is a lycopene cyclase. Lycopene cyclase. This gene taken from the wild type rice endosperm. Okay, wild type rice endosperm. So this gene also taken from another one type of rice plant. Okay, so these three gene only introduce the golden rice can get the new plant, that name is golden rice. By the help of golden rice we can remove the child blindness, that name is a xerophthalmia. So golden rice is a very helpful one is, but next we going to see about the benefit and risk believed to golden rice. Okay, after then you say golden rice is useful or unuseful, is a good or bad, use after you said. Okay, we learn lot of information about golden rice. I said golden rice is not a normal rice, it's a transgenic plant, and it is taken from, it is come from the old rice, like that name is Oryza sativa. Here three gene is a introduction, that is we learn lot of things. What is that? First name is PSY, then second name is CRT1, then third one is LYC. So these three genes help to come the golden rice. By the help of golden rice, because the golden rice contain the carotene. So by the help of carotene, remove them and control the childhood blindness, like that name is xerophthalmia. But now we are going to see about GM, food benefit. GM, what is mean by GM? GM is nothing but golden rice. Okay, golden rice is called GM. Then GM food benefit. What is benefit? First one is high yield without paste. Okay, definitely I can say BT introducts first aim is high yield only. Okay, then after that only others. First of all high yield. So here also high yield without paste. Then 70% reduction of pesticides usage. After that usage of pesticides also reduction by the help of BT. BT is nothing but biotechnology. Then third one is reduce soil pollution problem. What is how is possible means if you using the pesticide, definitely soil also polluted. So here 70% of pesticide usage is reduced. So it will be help to reduce of the soil pollution problem. Then last one is conserve microbial population is soil. Microbial population means some microorganism will grow the soil. So it will be definitely risk to the plant. So this is also can conserve. Conserve means it will decrease, not a kill, it a decrease only. Then now we are going to see the risk believed to golden rice. First of all, affect liver, kidney function and cancer. It is a very risk believed to golden rice. I know it because while I prepare the topic, I shocked read this line. Affect the liver, kidney function and cancer. Yes, of course, golden rice have the carotenoid. By the help of carotenoid, control the childhood blindness, like that name is xerophthalmia. Even though golden rice affect liver, kidney function and cancer. Okay, so this is a very dangerous thing only, definitely. Then second, hormonal imbalance and physical disorders. What is meant by hormonal imbalance? In our body, each and every activity is done by the hormonal behavior only. Okay, so this hormonal imbalance, suppose adrenaline is one of the hormone. This hormone, this time likewise only secreted. It's a law. It's a tableau. Okay, suppose with the help of golden rice, this hormonal imbalance means that that action will be effective. Okay, can you understand? Then second one is physical disorders. Somebody's hand will be shake. These are the physical disorders. So this is a reason for the golden rice. Okay. Then that one is anaphylaxis, stroke and allergies. If you go anywhere, some place, suddenly you get some allergy in your skin. Okay, so these are the allergy, some rashes like that. So the golden rice will be creates that allergies also. Then fourth one is affect the immune system. Affect the immune system because of It is a bacterial gene. Because of it is a bacterial gene, that's why it's affect the immunity system. Okay, so immunity system is helped to against the some other what is that, a microorganism. Suppose some virus will be try to introduce into in your body, means suddenly your immune system will be against to that. Okay, that is the immune system. But the golden rice affect the immune system. Okay, these are the benefit and very risky things of golden rice. Okay, so think that and remember in your mind. Okay. Now we're going to see about polyhydroxyputate. Again I said polyhydroxyputate. Try to say this name, polyhydroxyputate. Okay. Normally the synthetic polymers, the polyhydroxyputate also one of the polymer. Okay. But normally the synthetic polymers are non-gradable and pollute the soil, and when burn and add the dioxin in the environment, which cause the cancer. But the polyhydroxyputate and polyhydroxycholineates are the group of degradable biopolymers. Okay, so polyhydroxyputate is here. What is that? Degradable biopolymers. Okay, so this is important in one word. Polyhydroxyputate is degradable biopolymers. Okay, normally the synthetic polymers are non-degradable and pollute the soil, and also when burn add the dioxin in the environment, which cause the cancer. But the polyhydroxyputate is a biopolymer and it's a degradable. What is meant by degradable and non-degradable? Okay, you can see in our soil a lot of polythene paper. These are the non-degradable things. Okay, in 1000 years after also these like polythene remain like that only. But polyhydroxyputate not like that. Therefore it is a degradable compound. Okay, and also it's not to pollute our environment. Okay, so look at this picture carefully. This is a production of polyhydroxyputate. Okay, several microorganisms have been utilized to produce different types of PHAs, include gram positive and gram negative things. PHA, what is meant by PHA? PHA is nothing but polyhydroxyputate. Okay, poly P, hydroxy D, putate it's take a A. So PHA is a biological macromolecules. What is difference between macromolecules and micromolecules? Macromolecules is a large things. We can see our naked eye. Okay. Then micromolecules is a small things. By the help of microscope only we can see that. So PHA is biological macromolecules and thermoplastics, which are biodegradable and biocompatible. Okay. This is a very help to us. Okay. Gram positive and gram negative. What is meant by gram positive and gram negative? In laboratory condition, while our culture some bacterium, we give some stains for identification. Okay, so at that time some bacterium can get the identical process, that is a gram positive. Some bacteria not get that identical process, that is a gram negative process. Okay, Bacillus megaterium, Bacillus hospitus is a gram positive bacterium. Pseudomonas and Agalligans eutropus is a gram negative bacteria. You remember that? Again I said Bacillus megaterium, Bacillus subtilis is a gram positive bacteria. Pseudomonas and Alkaligens eutropus is a gram negative bacteria. Okay, can you understand? Now we are going to see about polylactic acid. Polylactic acid, shortly we call PLA. Poly refer to the P, lactic refer to the L, acid refer to the A. So it is a PLA. Okay, polylactic acid or polylactic acid is a biodegradable and bioactive thermoplastic.
It also plastic, but it's a bioactive thermoplastics. Okay. Then for the production of big two main monomers are used: lactic acid, cyclic disaster lactose. Okay, these are the two monomers of the polylactic acid. Lactic acid, cyclic disaster lactase. Okay, while you travel in the train, you can see some somebody's bring the some vessels like that as a tea can. Okay, so that person have one pouch, like a small pouch, like inside the pouch have the tea things. Okay, so that is one of the polylactic acid. Okay, so this is a plastic, but it is a bioactive thermoplastic. This is also help to in our day-to-day life. But here introduce the biotechnology, it will be help to us and not polluted in our environment also. Okay, so can you understand it? Green fluorescent protein. Okay, the green fluorescent protein, shortly called GFB. So here from green take the G, from fluorescent take F, protein take the B. So GFP is a protein containing 238 amino acid. Amino acid is a essential acid. Okay, what is meant by essential acid? Some type of amino acids not synthesis from our body, that is a essential acid. Here amino acid is a essential acid. GFB refer to the protein first isolated from the jellyfish. So here green fluorescent protein is taken from the jellyfish. So here jellyfish lived in the aquarium. So that is name is a Aquaria Victoria. Okay, it has been used in modified form to make biosensor. It helped to use the biosensor. It was helped to use biosensor. It is taken from the jellyfish. It was taken from the jellyfish. Okay, so this is one of the help of the biotechnology. In this class we learn lot of things about particularly the transgenic plants. First of all, some plants get the resistance against to the weed by the help of biotechnology. Then after some plants can get the resistance against to the insect. After then some plants can get the against to the virus or bacteria. So these are the helpful to biotechnology. Then after we are using the normally polymers. Okay, lot of the polythene covers is a non-biodegradable and it will be pollute in our soil. So it will be cause the cancer also. But by the uses of biotechnology, polymer is help to not the pollute our soil, and it is a degradable things also. Okay, so in this class we learn lot of things about biotechnology. So it's a definitely use to us. Okay, and some other things have some disadvantage also. So yeah, already I said in our world each things have advantage and disadvantage. Similarly, here also have disadvantage. Especially the golden rice only have a lot of disadvantage because it is create some organelle effect disadvantage also. So this is a very large disadvantage, but it gives the large yield. Therefore only somebody is using golden rice, and also golden rice have the carotene. So these carotene help to control the child blindness, that is named as a xerophthalmia. So by the help of golden rice control the xerophthalmia, therefore somebody is using that. So and the BT cotton, BT brinjal also have some advantage and disadvantage, but it gives a large amount of yield, therefore only somebody is using that. Okay, this is a homework time. I hope all are properly finish your homework and should be studied properly. Okay, this is a golden opportunity, don't waste it. Okay, so this is homework time. Study and write 2 times advantage and disadvantage of BT cotton and mention the list of transgenic plant. Okay, so this is your homework. Do your work properly, study well. All the best. Thank you, students.